Hey, Adam,
Geez,
one
why,
thing.
why do you think they call it bumpers, Gary?
I don't know.
Because they come at the beginning and at the end, like bumpers.
Alex, you're a marketing guy. Do you like that design behind Paul? Does that sweet logo thing look pretty cool to you?
Hey, I forgot to hit the record button.
Yeah, that's really professional, isn't it?
Well, this is a professional podcast.
I met her in a parking lot and was handed 2 little Yorkies. And the only person I knew that knew Yorkies was Paul. So I called Paul and said, Paul.
Sweet Talk is a weekly 20-minute podcast brought to you by the Continuing Education and Workforce Training Division of Idaho State University's College of Technology. Find us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and SoundCloud and subscribe today. Now it's time to get started with Sweet Talk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sweet Talk, our weekly podcast here at Idaho State University's Continuing Education and Workforce Training. I am Paul Dickey, one of your hosts. I am the Video Instruction Manager and Apprenticeship Coordinator here at SEWT. And as always, joining us today is Raylan Price, our Interim Director. Raylan, how are you doing today?
Doing great, Paul. We're enjoying the last little bit of spring break, and it actually today looks like spring, so it makes for fabulous Friday for us.
Exactly.
Our podcast.
Hey, also joining us is Angie Wilhelm, our Marketing Director. Angie, how are you doing today on this beautiful Friday?
I'm going to agree with Raylan's statement. For those of you who are joining us from outside the area, where we live, we have these incredibly cold winters and beautiful hot summers. And we've had quite the storms the past few weeks. So it's really, really nice to see some sunshine and some light jacket weather.
Yes, for sure.
Exactly. And today we have a unique podcast. It's all about us today. We are sharing what we do here at SEWT, because we do this weekly podcast, and we kind of come to realize maybe not everyone knows what we do around here, because we have guests in our community and we so enjoy having those guests on. But again, once in a while we should remind people what we do here at SEWT. And with that, Raylan, maybe you could start us off.
Thank you, Paul. This is one of my favorite topics, is talking about SEWT. So I'm excited to be here. Probably some of you might not know that we actually do have a mission statement here at SEWT. So this is our mission statement. Continuing education workforce training is comprised of professionals dedicated to serving your educational needs. We understand that when it comes to your future, it's all about you, because our staff and faculty have real-world experience actually doing what they teach. Our students obtain the skills and knowledge that they are looking for to be competitive in today's marketplace. So that's our mission statement, and that falls right in line with ISU's mission statement as well. We are here to educate, to train, and to help the people in our community, not just in Pocatello, but throughout our region, to get the training that they really need. So some of the classes that we offer are healthcare courses. These are courses that last anywhere from 8 hours or even 4 to 6 hours. Our CPR classes, assistance with medication classes. And then we expand into classes like CNA, dental assisting, EMT, phlebotomy, IV therapy for healthcare professionals. That's a new offering actually that we just started, and also phlebotomy for healthcare workers. Those are some of our new ones that we have. So these are courses that people can get certifications and help them to have new careers or to upskill the careers that they have. We also have apprenticeship programs, the Earn as You Learn programs. I'm going to turn the time over to our expert, Paul, to talk about that.
Thanks, Raylan. Yeah, so I'm the coordinator of the apprenticeship programs in the state of Idaho. If you're going to go into one of the 3 trades that are licensed in the state of Idaho, that's electrical, plumbing, or HVAC, that's HVAC technicians, that's heating and cooling, you have to become an apprenticeship on your career path. That means you have to find employment working under the supervision of a licensed journeyman, but also get classroom related training for 4 years. So we provide the classroom training for licensed apprentices as they get their hands-on training from their employer as they progress through the program, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. And between the on-the-job training and the classroom training that we provide, we're preparing apprentices to sit for the state licensed journeyman exam so that they can start their career as a licensed journeyman in the state of Idaho, providing industry's needs for these professionals that work on homes and new constructions. Now, that's a very brief description, but we have so many offerings that we want to get to because we also provide customized training in our area.
Yeah, so we have actually a business consultant that we have on our staff here at CEWT. And his job and his staff's job is to go out into the community and find out what industry needs, our business partners need for their training. And so we can actually offer really any training within what you need in your industry. So some of the things, I'll actually let Paul talk about some of the customized training that we've done recently.
Yeah, so some of the customized training that we've provided for industry is we've partnered with Bayer down in Soda Springs to provide welding training for their people. You know, they had a need. They wanted to up some of their employees' welding skills. So we provided instructors who are actually teach our credit program to teach them welding skills and improve a lot of their employees' welding skills. Some of the other training that we have provided is managerial training. We will provide training to help managers with we'll also provide team training. This one that we provide called the Lego training, which basically creates awareness of team productivity. We have also provided Excel training to industry partners out there. So basically, if you have a need, you just come to us and we will put that training together for you. You know, we've had some very unique requests over the years. So there's anything that's not out of our reach. So please, you know, if you're in an industry and you need to train your employees in some certain aspect of your business, please, you know, consider us to help you with that problem. You know, we're here to help.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Paul. You know, we have so many resources that we can reach for and through. We have Paul with his video production team that can even create videos. We have a learning management system that we can hang finished product on. We have a registration system that people can utilize to register their people and put them into a learning management system, or even, you know, for events. So actually, I'm going to turn the time over to Angie. She can talk a little bit about our community offerings that we have, and then we'll talk about some of the events that we do as a CEWT team.
So thank you, Raylan. We do have community classes offered. You'll see them in the little catalog that comes out in the mail a couple of times a year. Our community classes include everything from upskilling courses such as learning QuickBooks to cooking and art classes, dancing classes. We have quite a selection of art classes coming out this summer. These community classes are important for several reasons. They are typically very low cost, so they allow community members to explore new hobbies at a very low cost without needing to go through any type of registration system. Our cooking classes are also very valuable for people who may want to learn to cook certain particular types of dishes at home. We do have Indian cooking classes. Often we've had Greek cooking classes in the past, some Chinese dishes, occasionally Russian or Ukrainian dishes as well. So it's a really, really great way to learn a skill. Also, very importantly, it helps people make new friends. Studies have shown that people who stay engaged in their community and engaged in learning later in life keep a much higher ability for lifelong happiness as well as cognitivity. We'll talk about a little bit about the NKA and FFL that we have a little bit later on. I'd also like to mention we offer a lunch and learn, which is part of our customized training, but it kind of also fits into those community classes. Once a month, we have a Zoom lunch and learn session. They're typically instructed by someone at the university or a expert in their field around the community. These classes are free. It's an hour long. You can find those classes on our website, but these explore topics such as AI. It explores topics such as taxes for small business or team builder, any other magnitude of courses someone might be able to utilize in their own business. So with that, we also have community engagement, and that includes engagement with nonprofits within our community as well. We have engagement through some of our events and some other topics we'll get close to a little bit later in our outreach. And with that, I'm going to turn this over to talk about some of the events which kind of branch into that community outreach and marketing.
Yeah, appreciate that. So a lot of our events actually serve to the purpose of professional development, to help people to get the contact hours that they need to keep their certifications. And one of those events is our emergency medicine conference. We finished up with that in February, and that event it just keeps growing. It's a wonderful event to not only recognize our emergency medicine personnel, but to provide them with the valuable training that they need to be able to stay current in the field, as well as meet the requirements for the state of Idaho to maintain their certifications. So that's that. Our next one coming up is a construction combine. That will be in April. Angie, do you want to tell us just a little bit about that event?
Yes, our construction combine was started by a coworker of ours, Scott Stevens. It's actually grown regionally, so other communities also do this. What the construction combine does is it partners area builders and contractors with high school and college age students, really anyone who may be looking to possibly join the construction workforce or learn a little bit more about the construction workforce, including some of our apprenticeship programs that we offer here. This is a 2-day event, and we use that event not only to teach some students skills, but we build sheds for veterans. They're given away to area veterans at the end, and we partnered with transportation companies such as Denny's Record to make sure those sheds can get delivered. This is also a recruiting event on top of an educational event. So if a contractor who is there teaching a particular skill happens to see a student or a learner who they are interested in hiring, they can extend the offer at that particular event. It's a really, really, really great event. And again, it's taken off not only across the state, but there are other states in our region that are picking that up. We've built a little, what you would call cookbook to aid other communities in this. Home Depot is a very, very wonderful partner of ours. They provide us with the location as well as material and help. And then of course, we also have Safety Fest that comes up after construction combine. And those we partner with OSHA as well as other safety organizations in our area to offer a couple of days of free OSHA training in classes. That is a very, very well attended event. It tons of people come for it. It's very, very busy for us, but it's also really, really great that we can offer that here. The University of Washington is the regional OSHA training center, but we as ISU have partnered, we're their location partner, their location sponsor. So when they host classes in our area, they are typically hosted here at ISU. So we've been able to build a really, really wonderful relationship with the University of Washington to help host the OSHA classes that they put on. And then of course, Safety Fest is in conjunction with them.
Yeah. So again, Safety Fest, all of these programs help to train the workforce. That's what we're doing. We're providing that continuing education or professional development, whatever you want to call it, for people to be able to maintain and stay current in their organizations. Some other things that we do, we help to host in conjunction with College of Technology. We do an Ignite Their Future summer camps for kids. And that's always a fun event that we're involved in. That will be in June. And then we also help to host the Thomas Geriatric Symposium, which involves all of the health professions on campus. We've had as many, I was looking at past rosters, as 850 participants in that. Yes, and then Angie just reminded me, another really important event is in October. We have Mental Health Awareness Week, and every year we try to do something around that Mental Health Awareness Week to bring some education and training to community members as well as professionals that are in that field. So stay tuned for that event. That will be the first week of October. Anything else you want to say, Paul or Angie, about our events?
No, I mean that's kind of just a small number, and again, we've also have other community or departments that sometimes reach out to us and request help putting on their events.
Yes.
Even if as small as doing the registration to as large as helping them coordinate those events.
Yes, that's very true. And we are open to more conferencing and events. So if you have a need, feel free to contact us and see how we can help you to make your event a success.
Excellent. Also, we do a lot of outreach. Some of the outreaches that we do is we interact with our community on a lot of different things. One thing that we do each year is we help live stream the Veterans Day Parade here in Pocatello. As again, one of my titles is video instruction manager, so I do a lot of video in my role here at CEWT, and so we do help stream the Veterans Day Parade. We also work with student organizations such as the Nepalese Student Organization to help them stream Nepalese Night so that they can share that event with their family back in Nepal. We've also worked with local agencies such as the court system to help them develop training content that they need. So we do, and this podcast is part of our outreach. Again, these things help us create awareness of our department because a lot of people in our community aren't sure what we do, and even if we exist within the university. So this is part of our outreach so that we can create awareness of CEWT.
Yes, awareness of CEWT and where people can go when they need that non-credit training. We are that place here on campus for our community. Thank you, Paul. Hey, Angie, do you want to talk just a little bit about what you do with the marketing and outreach?
Yes, for our marketing and outreach, we have a really wonderful system that keeps people's contact information for certain events. So for things like the emergency medical conference, we can reach out back to our past participants to let them know it's coming up and give them links to the site so they can see what offerings are in there. Typically in those emails, we include our topic of the year, our theme of the year, as well as how many continuing education credits or contact hours that they may be able to get. Many of them in the health field call them contact hours. This has expanded quite great. We do the same thing with some of our health classes or dance classes. One of our marketings actually are partnerships with area agencies that might need CNA training or whatnot. That's a huge, huge reach for us for our health classes. Typically our non-health classes, much of that comes from emails, the catalog we build, etc. We also write press releases, so we can get information out to ISU's news site as well as area news outlets to let them know about offerings that we have going on. One of those that we wrote was For example, our EMT class, that is one of the only programs we have that does require an application, because we do need to limit that EMT class by participants. Some of our community outreach is, again, our podcast. Our podcast is so valuable because we can use it to allow nonprofits to talk about their mission, and then they can share that out. We have interviewed different departments around campus. So if someone is searching for maybe how do we go about getting back in school, we have a podcast for our START program. We have a podcast with admissions, with financial aid, with the Career Center, etc., that you can find all on our YouTube, but that's also made available if anyone else wants to send that out in their marketing material. Some of our community outreach also includes Friends for Learning and New Knowledge Adventures. Both of these are retired groups that offer their own classes. We have the ability to take registration and payments for them on their behalf, and this really allows them to focus on the classes that they would like to offer and their instructors. So it's really, really important for some of these agencies to have a place to turn when they don't have the bandwidth or ability to take registration for themselves. We do have some successes in that. We had a record number, I think, of applicants for our EMT this fall. We've had record number of students who applied to be in our construction combine or showed interest in our construction combine in 2023. We've had, I believe, a record number of people register for our emergency medical conference. This isn't just marketing. I can't tell you that these records are just because of marketing. They are also because of the partners that we partner with that help us spread the word. And they're also, I believe, sometimes economically aided. For example, college is getting more and more expensive. Cost of living is getting more and more expensive. And there are people that are looking for alternative ways to gain an education, or possibly segue into higher learning, where they may say, well, I really want to be an RN, but I don't know if I can spend that amount right now. So they'll go into our CNA program and maybe take our phlebotomy, and that will allow them to segue to the LPN and then ADRN or RN program at Idaho State University by gaining a skill that will lead them into that career a little bit quicker. And this also may, I believe, contributes to our EMT program, which again, CNA and EMT can be standalone, but also segue people into possibly advanced learning or advanced degree by gaining an education and career first. I'm going to
Yes.
transfer it back to Raylyn.
Okay, so as you can see, really we are a one-stop shop here at Idaho State University. We can offer anything from certificates, few-hour classes, all the way up through the university to your doctorate and postdoctorate programs. But it can start here at CEWT. And so we appreciate that opportunity that we have to be able to connect really with the community and sometimes be that first face to the community for ISU. So it's an awesome opportunity for us here at CEWT. We love what we do. And I'm going to turn the time to Paul.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap us up. So, so we've just broadly covered what we do here at CEWT. And there's so much more detail in our day-to-day operations. But if you want to get more detailed information about what we've talked about here today, you can download a copy of our catalog from our website, which is at cetrain.isu.edu. If you have any questions for us, please reach out and email us at cetrain@isu.edu or give us a call at 208-282-3372. We are here to help you and navigate you towards possible a higher learning career, and we would be glad to talk to you. And this podcast, again, we spent this episode talking about us, but in many cases, we have guests in our community, and this is how we outreach to our community. So we'd appreciate it if you would share this content out, and or maybe subscribe and spread the word. We do appreciate it. And Raylan, thank you so much for being here today and giving us such great
Absolutely.
explanation. Angie, that explanation about our outreach was really incredible. I really do appreciate everything you do for us, and be safe out there.